Introduced by Coca Cola in 1961, Sprite has almost become a household name. It is a well-known beverage brand that is recognized for its fresh lemon flavor. Sprite is available in different flavors, such as lime, lemon and cranberry. We'll discuss the famous Sprite logo in this video, taking into consideration its history and evolution. And if you're wondering about the caffeine content of Sprite, we've also got you covered. Now, let's get the ball rolling. The most crucial aspect of the Sprite logo is its sense of freshness, which is apparent at first glance. The color palette and shapes of the brand's badge's graphic elements depict the iconic drink's spark lines and lemon flavor, demonstrating the company's innovative approach and attention to detail. But before we go any further, let's go over the evolution of the Sprite logo. The original Sprite logo, created in 1961, featured green text with dark green jumping letters and long, pointed serifs. The dot above the letter I was changed to a lime green star with 8 points, which complemented the jagged shapes of the letters and showed what the drink tasted like. The color of the insignia was changed to red and grass green in 1964, so half of the letters were one color and half were another. The enlarged star became bolder and redder, as did the vertical bar of the eye. In 1974, the Sprite logo was redesigned with new typography. The inscription was now done in a smooth sans serif style with softened angles and bold lines, rather than a bold serif typeface. The main text was once again entirely green, but the round solid dot was red. In 1989, the classic Sprite logo with the lemon replacing the dot was unveiled. The light green word mark has a two-layered motif of lime and lemon positioned horizontally above the eye in a powerful and beautiful font. This is one of the most recognizable Sprite logos ever made. In 1995, the lime and lemon logo was replaced with an abstract variant, two solid, overlapping circles. The icon was positioned above the white diagonal letters on a green and blue gradient background with a striped pattern. In some countries, this symbol can still be found on beverage bottles. The wordmark's typeface was updated to a more modern one in 2002, sharpening the angles and making the edges more apparent. The white writing was complemented with a narrow blue outline and a bold shadow in the same color, as well as some blue accents. The lime-lemon dot grew smoother and sleeker. There was also a horizontal version of this design, with the shadows of the letters turned into a wide blue border and a lime on top of a bigger lemon above the eye. Yet another new design was launched in 2004. The Sprite badge was repositioned horizontally as part of the 2004 redesign. The text was now outlined in larger blue lines, and the yellow dot above the eye was transformed into a lemon with a lime overlapping it. Citrus fruits were also drawn horizontally. The inscription's typography remained unchanged. The wordmark was enhanced once again in 2008, and its smooth white letters with a dark blue outline were set in a slick gradient badge with 6 pointed angles and horizontal sides arched to the center. The dot above the eye was replaced by an enormous lemon with a green bottom. The logo, which was created in 2008, was simplified in 2014. The gradient colors and glossy textures had vanished, and in their place was a flat green and white graphic with the same huge lemon on top. In 2018, the lemon was taken out of the logo, but the rest of the design stayed the same and was an exact copy of the old Sprite logo. The colors of the Sprite logo were changed in 2019, and the white wordmark is now positioned atop a bright green badge. The classic lemon logo has been replaced by a simple, solid yellow dot that still shows how fresh and tasty the famous drink is. The logo we recognize today was launched in 2022. In 2022, the only part of the Sprite logo was a solid green logotype that was placed horizontally. The new wordmark's typeface appears to be fairly similar to the one used in the old badge, with just minor differences. The dot above the eye has been moved closer to the vertical bar, giving the cut at the end a smiling arching shape. Also, the upper half of the letter R was also refined slightly. But here's the thing, many of these changes were influenced by events in the parent company. Let's find out how it all started. Sprite is a transparent, caffeine-free soft drink with a lemon-lime flavor and a crisp, clean taste. The Coca-Cola company invented and manufactures it. Sprite is reported to have started in 1959 as a type of Fanta drink, which was first introduced in West Germany in 1959 as Fanta Clear Zitrone, clear lemon Fanta. It's important to note that Fanta was made during World War II because the company couldn't make Coca-Cola in Germany as there weren't enough supplies. According to some sources, Sprite was conceived in 1956, when the Coca-Cola company produced a tart, clear-colored carbonated soda that was initially sold as both a carbonated beverage and a drink mixer. Sprite appears to have been tested around the United States prior to its official introduction. It was created in the United States of America in 1961 as a competitor to the similar soft drink, 7-Up, which was the only significant lemon-lime soda on the market at the time. Sprite quickly gained popularity after its launch in 1961. It had been distributed in 39 countries by 1967. The drink's fan base was primarily composed of young people. The youth-oriented drink began its tight link with the worlds of hip-hop and basketball in the late 1980s. Urban-oriented artists such as LL Cool J and Missy Elliott were included in the advertising campaigns. This association persists today, with NBA stars such as LeBron James appearing in advertisements. Sprite is presently accessible in almost 190 countries worldwide. Sprite aficionados can enjoy over 17 various variants of the drink, in addition to the perennial favorite lemon-lime flavor, commonly referred to as lemon. Among the selections are Sprite Zero, Sprite Cherry, Sprite 6 Mix, Sprite Ice, and, over the holidays, Sprite Cranberry. However, these successes did not come out of thin air. Sprite put a lot of thought into its advertising and marketing as a soft drink, paying close attention to its marketing image before it hit the shelves. Many potential bottle designs were investigated, the logo was examined under a microscope, and a large amount of data was combed through. Sprite was a drink that its backers wanted to get right. Sprite's design team paid close attention to the color of its trademark, opting for green, a color that conveys freshness. Sprite's marketing and advertising campaigns use phrases like obey your thirst, obey, and freedom from thirst to stress how fresh the drink is. Sprite advertises in a variety of ways, including numerous television advertisements, starring the soda and a character named Miles Thirst. Sprite has also used social media marketing, like putting Snapchat barcodes on soda cans, to make the brand more interesting and fun for people to buy. Sprite used to promote more to adults when it initially came out, but over time, its advertising and marketing approach has shifted to teens and young adults, offering them a refreshing drink with marketing techniques and outlooks that appeal to the tastes of today's youths and young adults. It has utilized billboards that tell jokes to passers-by to help sell its brand of soft drink goods, with the hope of entertaining people and generating interest in Sprite. Sprite also promotes soft drinks through radio and newspaper commercials. Sprite's visuals are often set up and focused in just the right way to give the impression that the drink quenches thirst. This has been a very effective way to market the drink, and Sprite's marketing team has used it for years. A lot of thought was also put into the packaging for Sprite. Sprite frequently employs green, blue, and silver tones, frequently combining the color schemes. The typical bottle and can of Sprite soda are colored green and blue, with the blues being heavier at the top and the greens being heavier at the bottom. The silver-colored area often makes up the center area of the container the soda is in, and the logo Sprite is generally located in the center of the bottle or can and is generally colored silver or white. Lemon is frequently, though not always, portrayed anywhere on the bottle or can of the average container of Sprite soda. The lemon on the package, as well as the dominant green and blue hues, are most likely an attempt to convey freshness and the trait of being refreshing to the consumer. In some cases, the yellow lemon on the can is quite big and takes up a lot of the art on the package. In other cases, it is so small that it is almost impossible to see. In general, green is the predominant color used by Sprite for its packaging style. However, alternate flavors and variants of Sprite do not always feature green or just utilize a little bit of it. They will, however, frequently use hues such as silver, white, or clear, most likely to maintain the notion of striving to appear refreshed. Sprite Cranberry Zero, for example, has very little green in its packaging and container material coloring. Instead, it employs silver, white, and clear as its dominant main colors for its appearance, along with some red text to supposedly indicate that it is cranberry flavored. Some Sprite sodas, like Sprite Zero, come in clear plastic bottles and have blue as the main color on the packaging. This may be another attempt to give the consumer a feeling of freshness. Like always, let's conclude this video with some important facts about Sprite you should know. Fact number 1. Sprite is manufactured by Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola business owns and manufactures the Sprite brand. Fact number 2. It was created in West Germany. Fanta Clear Citrona, Clear Lemon Fanta, was created in West Germany in 1959 for the Coca-Cola Company. Sprite was released in the United States 2 years later, in 1961. Fact number 3. Coca-Cola felt pressured to make its own lemon-flavored soda because 7-Up was becoming more and more popular. Fact number 4. Lemon is frequently used to describe the flavor of Sprite. What exactly is it? Lemon is a lemon and lime blend. Fact number 5. It's a hangover treatment. Researchers at Sun Yat-sen University in Guangzhou, China, tested 57 different drinks to determine if any of them alleviated hangover symptoms. The researchers discovered that Sprite can really help with a hangover because it reduces the body's exposure to acetaldehyde, the chemical responsible for symptoms including nausea, vomiting, and headaches. Fact number 6. Sprite is sold in almost every country on the planet. Sprite may be found in 190 of the world's 196 countries. Fact number 7. Sprite cakes are popular. Everyone enjoys it as a beverage, but it appears that this soda is a key element in some of the most delectable desserts available. Sprite pound cakes are a thing, and people appear to be obsessed with them. Fact number 8. A Texas grandmother survived 2 days on Sprite alone. A 75-year-old grandma became stranded in a ravine for 2 days when her automobile flew off the road while attempting to avoid an animal. She had been stuck in the car for 2 days, and the only thing she had with her were the 3 Sprite sodas she had brought on the trip. She was able to survive for 2 days by drinking Sprite and unclean runoff water. Fact number 9. Sprite contains less sugar in Europe. In European nations such as France, Ireland, the United Kingdom, and the Netherlands, Sprite contains 30% less sugar than Sprite in the United States. Sprite France reduced 30% of the sugar in 2012 and replaced it with stevia, which is sweeter and lowers the soda's calorie burden. Fact number 10. It heavily promotes the NBA. Grant Hill Drinks Sprite was one of the company's longest-running advertising campaigns. It overlapped with its Obey Your Thirst campaign. Grant Hill, a prominent basketball player in the 1990s, would frequently take Sprite, which would give him incredible playing abilities on the floor. Others would drink and fail spectacularly. Fact number 11. LeBron James had his own Sprite flavor. LeBron James, the world's most popular basketball player, collaborated with Sprite to produce his own limited edition drink, the 6 Mix. Sprite 6 Mix was a cherry and orange flavored beverage that was the company's first collaboration with a celebrity. Fact number 12. There are 17 variants available. Even though the original has been a classic for a long time, other versions have been made. A few examples are the Sprite Zero, Sprite Remix, Sprite Ice, Sprite Duo, Sprite on Fire, Sprite Super Lemon, Sprite Dry Lemon, Sprite LemonLime Herb, Sprite 3G, Sprite Recharge, Kinotto, Sprite Super Chilled, Sprite Green, Sprite Cranberry, Sprite 6 Mix, Sprite Blast, and Sprite Tropical. Fact number 13, popular graffiti artists created limited edition cans. Coca-Cola commissioned popular graffiti artist, Temper to design limited edition Sprite cans in 2000. Over 100 million cans with this design were sold in Europe, making it the most popular designer can ever made in the UK. Fact number 14, popular rap lyrics were printed on Sprite cans. Sprite released limited edition cans with inspirational lyrics from rap superstars such as Drake, Nas, The Notorious B.I.G., and Rakim in 2015. The artists chosen were chosen based on their reputation for being true to themselves through their music and advancing the culture, according to the press release. Fact number 15. It is beneficial for an upset stomach. Sprite is a popular home treatment for an upset stomach. Clear soda is effective at removing gas from your stomach. People with upset stomachs will feel better after drinking Sprite because it makes you burp a lot.